damn chart talking about Iran. If they were the true chosen people, he wouldn't have to worry about Iran. He would be in peace and safety. No one would make him afraid. No one would terrorize him again. That's what it says in prophecy, man.
People would sit there and listen to what he has to say because we're supposed to be going back and learning their ways.
All nations shall flow to who?
To Israel.
Come on, man. We don't see that happening with those.
For what? To learn the
man.
ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
Because the law shall go forth from where? Jerusalem. So we don't see that. See, we just had to go on a little segment to the side to point that out because that's what prophecy says, man. We're not making any of this up. This is what's written in the scriptures. It's written.
And if I could say, because I just did a little research here, the the Bible is the only book which contains prophecy, right? The Quran. That's why you always have Farrakhan. He always quoting the Bible. I just looked this up. The Quran, and it says the Quran's ultimate message. While the Surah, which it's like one of the sections of the Quran, they call them sections. While the Surah details the Most High's mercy and favors toward the Israelites, so even the Quran tells you that Yahweh favors the Israelites. It uses their story as a cautionary tale to demonstrate the consequences of disobedience. The final verses of the Surah and other parts of the Quran state that no one will be saved based on their lineage.
Bullshit. Exactly. Because that's all that's written all throughout the Bible, man.
Right.
As a matter of fact, somebody hold somebody hold Sirach chapter 3 and also Sirach chapter 44.
It says, so this is Revelation 12 verse 13. We just read how the devil's going to come down with great wrath, right? Well, verse 13 it says,
30.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And that's talking about 78, it's talking about, back then. But this also applies to now. All right, these devils are being cast to the earth. The modern dragon is the modern Roman Empire. And they're being cast to the earth by the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why they're bringing forth all this censorship and all these different laws and legislations to demonize and persecute the nation of Israel, man, that brought forth Yahweh Shai.
Yep. So yeah, this back to this Quran statement I was reading here. I'm gonna read that again. It says the final verses of the Surah and other parts of the Quran state that no one will be saved based on their lineage. So the Quran is caught up in confusion as well. They're just trying to throw off the truth, because the truth is salvation depends directly on your lineage.
Well, yeah, if you look at the lineage of Yahweh Shai, he had to, and that's the Messiah. That it was written of him, is foretold, that through him we're going to be able to obtain salvation.
Yeah, it's not for the heathen or anybody outside of the seed line of Israel. And then it goes on to say, ultimately, which is another, it's basically saying just what pagan Christianity says. Ultimately, a person's salvation depends on their faith in the Most High and righteous deeds, not on their belongings to a specific group or lineage, which that shows you the Quran is a bunch of bullshit too. Basically the same message, same confusion that is in pagan Christianity. We know through the scriptures that you got to be an Israelite to read this. Salvation.
So basically, what they're telling you is that the lineage of Israel is discontinued, and now anybody could leave and be saved.
What does that go back to, though? Don't that go back to? Ain't that the same doctrine of Catholicism, showing you where Islam comes from? It's the same shit as Catholicism, which Christianity branches off from that, which Islam branches off from that. That's why they have a Book of Mary in the Quran. You see, going into that woman worship, putting a woman on the pedestal. All that comes from the same that universal doctrine of Catholicism, man. It all goes back to that same shit. That's why they're all trying to do what? Disannul what's prophesied about the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're all speaking against it, man, because none of them are for it. That's what the heathen are doing to earth. See? That was it. Let me grab this real quick. This is 2 Esdras 13:3. It says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, talking about who? The sons of God, going back to the beginning. Because we were known as the sons of God before we were called Israelites. You see? So it says